the girl suddenly realized that the male model from last night was her university professor. What's more, it seemed like he also recognized her. At this moment, the girl felt extremely uncomfortable and kept her head down in her seat, not daring to lift it. However, the man on stage had a restless gaze and was staring directly at the girl's direction. He even called the girl up to answer a question. At this point, the girl felt completely defeated. She hoped that the man hadn't remembered her. It turned out that he was her past life. Actually, the girl's boyfriend had a birthday party last night. When she went there happily, she saw her boyfriend being affectionate with his longtime crush. At this moment, the girl's heart felt like it had died. She drank so much that she became completely drunk. She stumbled into someone and, without knowing where the courage came from, grabbed the man's collar. The scene that followed became uncontrollable. The next morning, the girl sat up and was stunned. After dressing quickly, she left the room in a rush. She knew she had done something wrong and dared not tell anyone about it or find out who the man was. She thought they would just meet by chance and have no further contact. Until she came to attend this anatomy class, she found out that the professor was actually that man. At this moment, the girl felt so embarrassed that she fainted in the classroom. Throughout the entire class, the girl felt extremely uneasy and couldn't focus on the lecture at all. Meanwhile, the man seemed to have noticed the girl. The girl smiled awkwardly, hoping the man hadn't remembered her. But the next second, the man called her up to answer a question. At this time, the girl didn't know how to respond because she had been daydreaming the whole class. She suspected that the man's real intention was to ask for her name. As expected, the man used the excuse of the girl being distracted during class to ask her to come to his office after class. When the girl arrived at the office, she lowered her eyes, looking like she had done something wrong. In reality, she was just trying to hide her nervousness. However, the man seemed more composed, as if he was just a teacher concerned about why the girl was distracted during class. But the man's expression remained unchanged. Suddenly, he grabbed the girl's wrist, because he remembered that the person had a mole on their palm. As expected, the evidence was clear. The girl really had a mole on her hand. At this moment, the girl felt completely exposed. With a trembling voice, she said she would never do it again. Before her tears could fall, she ran out of the office. At this moment, the man was a bit surprised. He only wanted to see how to deal with this situation. After all, it was her first time experiencing something like this. However, as time passed, the girl still couldn't forget their brief encounter with the man. At the same time, she was afraid that this incident might be exposed. But what she feared most happened. The girl suddenly realized that her period hadn't come this month. At this moment, the girl felt very anxious. As soon as she got off work, she went to the pharmacy and bought a pregnancy test. She prayed with her hands together nervously. Download the Daily Short app to watch full episodes for free.